Okay, well, we got rid of two teenagers at once.
Anything?
Nothing. Not that I can see. Telling you, this door's a waste of time.
Whatever's back there, it's important enough that she's put it behind this thing. I think the only way in is to solve it. There's an empty slot, so there must be a missing piece that fits here.
Okay, let's say we all go hunting around this place for the missing cylinder tumbler thing. Even if we manage to find it, how do we solve the rest of it?
Maybe there's something else in the atrium that's like a clue.
Why would anyone put a clue for their massively complicated lock right out in the open? Practically right in front of it.
Just a guess, but why not try this?
Good guess.
Well, I wasn't actually expecting that to work.
Almost like you knew.
I must say I found that part a little bit stupid, though, that you like pick one choice and you instantly die. It's like, okay. Not like you had a chance even to save her. Another doll. No name, nothing. Okay. It's like the game has its bugs still. Movie review: Murder Mill, reviewed at the second Fiendish Desires Fan Festival by a correspondent, Rabbit Hound. First glance, the only real issue with Murder Mill is its unskillful composition. Cinematic equivalent of your sister's kids putting on a play for the family before Thanksgiving dinner. The film sadly begins to dissolve into a vehicle for the filmmakers to not scare us, the audience, but instead show us how many other, better horror films they have seen. The thing is, these aspects are not unusual in the genre and have, more or less, become part of the course on the festival circuits. What was unusual, however, was the oddly unsettling feeling that blanketed a 10 p.m. audience from the first frame, and I honestly cannot explain why. The overall sense of dread that evening was palpable, and unlike anything I had experienced before or am keen to experience again. The screening was mercifully cut short, though, as two festival goers began to assault nearby audience members before turning on one another, turning what was a below-average movie-going experience into absolute pandemonium. This review could not get out of the theater fast enough. I'm not sure if this is a trick or gimmick of some kind on the part of the filmmakers. I'm not sure how that would have even happened. But I would have to imagine anyone with the mind to do something so devious would make a much better film than this. Well, I said earlier that people went crazy when I watched the movie. Long Island Auction House index.
That's a lot of dollar for an old movie.
$10K, huh? So in total, $12K for a movie. And I get, like, where does it go to? Can't even get to read the label.
You know what they say about keys. Gotta be a lock nearby. No one says that, Maddie.
Just that one.
Something's missing.
It's a book. Oh, it's this one, right?
Something this weird has to be important. Does it open?
Museum piece for that one too. I don't think there was anything up here, right? Is that the doll goes for it? See. Oh. Okay, so it's not up here then. We have to go further down. Do. A tree over there.
You're coming with me, buddy.
But that guy's missing something in his hand. Let's double check this. It's the blueprint. No. Painting.
Some kind of hammer. I wonder if it's from the statue of that little dude. One hillbilly and his hammer reunited. Okay, time to unlock that gate.
Spider on this one. Looks like it was a tree picture also on it. Yep. Time to progress story.
What prize lies behind the mystery door? Do I even want to know? Maybe it's a pattern, but I can't make heads or tails of it. Or heads and heads, and heads.
The house. The head. The need to find somewhere. Paintings. House, tree, hammer. Okay, that was a happy accident. So, house. Tree.
That was not so bad.
Okay. If you get a choice of rescuing or fleeing, next time you're fleeing. Saving people is not an option in this game.
Well, if you were hoping for some insight into how Augustine's mind works, I think you got your wish.
Hooray.
I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this.
Let's take a look around. Be careful. It's like a museum for... I have no fucking idea what. Something unearthly for sure. This whole place is like a film set.
Like a Dian demon. Damn. 23rd century BCE? Statue from Akkadian Empire. Cuneiform on fragmentary clay tablets discovered nearby suggests it represents a mythological demon. Worship believed it capable of bestowing supernatural power in exchange for their devotion, protecting them and destroying their enemies.
Hey, Linda, check this out. These mean anything to you?
Yeah, actually. It's exactly like in my film, The Prophecy of Pain. You know, right after they open the tomb?
Oh, yeah, totally. It is
He
exactly
hasn't seen
like that.
it.
Huh.
There is no tomb in The Prophecy of Pain.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was getting it mixed up with one of the
Come
other.
to think of it, I don't think there are any tombs in any of my movies. Never been into ancient curses and all that kind of fantasy stuff. But you know that, right? Since you're such a big fan of my work.
Okay, look.
You haven't seen a single one of my films, have you?
I am a fan of your reputation.
Sure.
Honestly, just when it comes to movies, I'm more of a kind of guy. Like, crowd pleaser, is it?
What the heck?
My films
What the
examine
heck
the
is
persistence
that?
of evil in the heart of humanity. I'm sorry they're not crowd-pleasing enough for you. But now that you've shown your hand, why
It
don't
sounds
you
like
tell
some
me how
broken
you actually
guns
came into
he was
possession of the
using.
film?
Well, if that's what you want to know, I'm afraid I am gonna need something in exchange.
Let's go with mischievous.
Why don't we make it interesting?
How so?
A little wager.
Terms?
If I win, you tell me what I want to know.
And if I win?
I'll give you my section of the film.
Deal. That's official. You can't take that back.
Jesus, hot sauce. We're not 12.
Flip for it?
Sure, but I get to call it. I call it or no deal.
All right. What's it gonna be?
Heads.
Well, them's the breaks. I believe we had a deal.
Wait.
No.
Nice. Very nice.
Hey, worth a try, right?
Fuck off.
Yep. Worth every penny.
Yeah, it only had tails. Oh, yeah. Hall of Fear, Justin Jeffrey. Chapter 28, Manifestation. Getting back to the settlement would have been easy a few hours ago, but the Starla was now suffocated, strangled by storm clouds. Beatrice could neither see nor hear whether she had been followed, not with the air so full of driving rain, as well as the cackling of crows cutting across each other quickly enough to sound like mocking laughter. The cacophony never seemed to fade, no matter how much distance she put between herself and the stage. At least she couldn't hear the squelching, the slithering, the screaming. Yet still she pushed on through into the roaring darkness. There was no way she could stop, not now. Not when she had no clue where the thing might be, the thing that Stamper had called, conjured, created. Not when the memory of it rising from the sludge and ripping Ron apart was still burning bright in her mind. Something smashed against her shoulder, sending her spinning, tumbling backward into stones, sliding down into shallow salt water with a noisy splash. She landed with a painful cry. The sharp metallic taste of blood filled her mouth, and she realized an awful scream as her nerves began to burn. Oh, and she released an awful scream as her nerves began to burn. She tried to force herself back up, only for her bad ankle to buckle. She dropped down with a scream of pain. Beatrice reached for the rocks for support, trying to find purchase. But her grasping fingers met only what felt like sinew, and spines, and sludge. Her older tears beginning to fill her eyes. She could just about see the Druanese form looming over her, still dripping with the mud it was from and the gore of her friends. The clouds closed above, the rain beginning to drum once more. A knotted appendage in the monster's loathsome form caught a distant, dying half-life as his body moved to strike. Okay, so that's 2 pages, or... Yeah, he's correct. He's a scammer. Oh, well.
Is that dried blood?
That's Frank Stone's helmet. What would how the story would go if oh, okay. I'm not gonna that's progress in the story. If you don't succeed in killing Frank Stone in the beginning. Slippery, yeah. I don't trust him at all.
I am speaking from the Tradewinds movie theater on Texas Avenue, where we are witnessing some sort of protest, or I don't know. all I am able to report at this point is there have been several attacks on the general public as well as police and medical personnel. It's not overly clear, at least to us, what the catalyst for the situation was, but I can confirm that it started in the cinema itself, as it has been reported an employee was stomped to death during a showing of Murder Mill. From here I can see considerable damage done all around us, and police are currently doing their best to control this crowd. Okay. Oh no, okay, now there is an arrest taking place, and several people are moving in, storming the officers at every side. Oh my god. Oh my god! Okay, that was an explosion. That was an explosion. I can't see. I can't see. The police have now opened fire. It now sounds like the police line has been broken. I can't see anything. Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Things really took a turn, huh?
Well, that's cheery.
For some reason, this made me think about the game with Evil Within, you know. Well, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if you know the game, you know the reason why. Okay. Move forward in the story.
This is... No. There's no way. It can't be.
Hey, Linda. You should really come see.
What is this?
It was just displayed here, open to this page.
Talismans. Contain wells of great power, can take many physical forms, often manifest as keepsakes of past victims. Victims? Keepsakes of past victims, which can become protective talismans for those who bear them.
What do you think it means?
I don't know. But it must be important to Augustine if it was left open on this page.
Maybe it's...
What? Oh.
Sheriff Green!